without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of.
Today on EA Sports, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get...
He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
39-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. This is White on the screen.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
It completes it right side to White. And he can only get this this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's Patterson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Desmond King making the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1.
Texans nothing.
They run with Patterson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They snap it at 1. And the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Dante Fowler showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
22-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They go over the middle. It's complete to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. From the gun, here's Watson. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 8. Offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson on 1st down. Going for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football will have to be played. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st down, Wilson. Still right side going to be caught by Waller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And they're in the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. So we have come to... So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, don't rain on my parade, and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
13-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Patterson on the carry. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
That's good.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Following the delay of game. Now a give right side. It's Patterson. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down. Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, it's Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 9.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
27-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue.
He's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
20-yard line.
Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they will take a knee here. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just